too late here, but I just gotta turn my earbuds on. First I have to disconnect them from one device so they can connect to the other because they're fickle like that. Bluetooth, disconnect. Okay. Oh, you know what? I want to mention something too. My daughter showed me something today. I had no idea that I was doing this wrong. See, these come with these little things here. And for the longest time, I thought that like they help like place them in the ear, like you put them on like this, and I was taking the little loop here and wrapping them around. Come to find out, that's incorrect. They go on like this. And then this here goes up into your ear up here to help them stay in better like that. See? I had no idea. And it works, dude. They stay like right in there. I had no idea though. Crazy. Yeah, I'm a little bit early today. I had to work, but I got out at like 7. So I got home a little after 7. Actually, I went to work today at my old job. I'm still working there a couple days a week because I like them. I like the family. I like the business and everything. They've been good to me. So, and I like the people there too. So I'm still there a couple days a week. So I work there today. It's the first time I've been back since the season started back up. So it was cool. Tuesday night has been like my bigger night there. So this Tuesday will be my first night back there on Tuesday. So yay. And why aren't these connecting? And my dog will be pacing around some in the background because we have a thunderstorm coming through. And she does not like thunderstorms. In fact, you'll probably hear the thunder in the background because right before I started, like a few like really loud crashes came through. It was holy shit. So, and where I am in the house, they're like kind of, I don't know, like the thunder you can really hear in this spot of the house apparently. Like you can hear like the shit in this corner here, like shaking. It's crazy. Yay, now I'm connected. Let me make sure that this is on. Yep, that's all good. There's a little one just now. All right. Okay. Now, let me go back and check the chat. I haven't looked at the chat since I started. Sorry. I apologize. So, hey, everyone. Hey, Adele. I like mushrooms too. Yeah. Hey, Karen. Hey, Christopher, always. Grace Case, Megan. D. Connor, Allie R. Heather. Lisa, B. Littles, Plays and Rain, Sweet Home Amanda. April. Susan Elliott, Dottie Morgan. Lorna Reinhardt, Osbel, and the chat just jumped at me. Jamie, Reagan, Yoo-hoo, Shoo-Shoo, Christy Z, what's up? See, I told you Christy and I hung out for a little bit when I got done with work tonight. So my buzz totally wore off. I was thinking about making myself a drink though for this, and I still might. So we'll see. Hey, Irish. Yeah. Speaking of people, we'll leave it at that because I don't know what people want me to say or not. Someone was in my DMs today. They sent me the picture, I guess, that Katie posted. Here, let me pull it up. Let me pull up Katie. I think probably would have been on Instagram, wouldn't it? Actually, you know what? I got Twitter open. Firefox, I think. Yep, I do. Let me just download the picture quick. Okay. Save image as. Okay. All right. So there, that's saved. Let me go back to Chrome and see if I can pull it up here. Yep. All right. And share image or share tab. Okay. So like I said, someone was in my DMs and they sent me this picture and they said, does this kind of look like a Photoshopped image? And it does. I think that there is like, I want to say an editing tool I don't know what it's called, like everything in like graphic design or whatever, if you want to call it. I don't really know what to call it, but everything has a name, like the panoramic view or whatever, like that. That's that name. And this effect has a name, but I can't remember. I remember hearing it before, but I can't remember it. There is an effect where it can like it can cause an image to come into focus and everything else just blur into the background. It is not just focus. Okay, it's not something that's simple. Like this is all like by design. However, that being said, it still looks photoshopped to me. Like this looks like her couch, her shitty ass couch there in the background. Okay, fine. But this all still looks kind of photoshopped to me. I don't know, but I'm not an expert on any of this shit. I'm far from it. So I'm really curious what everyone else thinks. His right leg is kind of jacked out. Well, now that I see again, I see a shadow. Okay. The floating cop. I love thunderstorms too, by the way. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Deborah, but we're just touching on it. It's called bokeh. Okay. I see that sounds familiar. Oh, she posted an unedited version on Twitter. All right, I want to check that out. Because I mean, when you think about it, is there any? I mean, and I don't want people to do this. Don't do this. I'm not encouraging this. I'm not suggesting it. Please don't do this. But I mean, is there really any way to confirm whether or not like these visits or whatever happen? I mean, I hope that they're not happening. It's not even like that. But I mean, I don't know. Wait a minute. What am I? Okay. Oh, I'm so glad I checked out her Twitter because this might tie in very well to something else I want to talk about tonight. So I may be jumping back and forth between subjects. My bad, but that's what I do. Okay. So people are going to get hurt if y'all don't get that Reddit under control. All of you need to stop lying, or all of you. Please, for the sake of healing, I do not harass anyone involved. While the accusations are extremely serious and emotions are understandably high, we need to observe common decency and not mob people with hate. Okay? It's disgusting that you would pin that responsibility on them. This started with Trisha's own actions and Mysterious's video on it. H3 has nothing to do with this. I agree with that. Everyone needs to stop. Okay. This is what I wanted to touch in on a little bit. Okay. I don't know much about Trisha Paytas. I have not cared to learn anything about Trisha Paytas, to be honest with you. I have nothing against her. It's not one of those things in life I aspire to learn more about, I guess. I don't know. But I watched Mysterious's series on her, and and I love Mysterio. I love the way she collects evidence, her research, the way she presents evidence. She tries, I mean, we're all a little biased, okay? But she tries very hard to not be biased, and it shows, okay? I think it really does show. And she will tell you right away what's her opinion and whether or not she is kind of being biased. She, I think, has enough self-reflection to at least acknowledge it if she can't prevent it. You know what I mean? And I agree with all that she says. There's only one complaint I have, not complaint, but one, I don't know, thing I kind of take a little bit issue with is I don't think she quite went far enough in one regard. That's it. And this has to do more with something I watched today. Let me pull it up. Thank you, Heather. That is what makes your lives interesting. LMAO jumping back and forth. Thank you. Most newspapers agencies have a Crime Stopper section. What do you mean by that? It like a police blotter kind of thing? Oh, post their newspaper police calls. Okay, yeah. There's we have like our local paper has had something like that. Now I think it's a website, but it should give like just a brief, like, this agency, this local police agency was called to this address, and they won't give a code so much, but like car accident, they'll put down or something like their traffic violation, and even if it's like a DWI, it's like traffic violation. That's it, All right, let me go to my history because I want to pull this up. I'm not going to play Miss Serious's video because I really think y'all need to watch them. If you want to see what they are, you need to watch them, and I don't want to help people not watch them. Okay. But one video I'm going to play a little bit of, and it's just mostly to play the video that she plays in it. But it was from the one is this one from today? Oh no, wait, it was this one. Okay. Let me open it up. I think it was one that she put up today. Oh, stream live September 11th. Okay, my bad. It was from what? Yeah, that was today, right? Today's still the 11th, right? I don't even know. Nope, today's the 12th. My bad. Okay, it was from yesterday. I think this is it. Okay, in this video, she plays a video from Trisha. This is actually a live stream. My bad. The live stream from Mysterious from yesterday. Okay, in this live stream, she plays a video from that Trisha had once at one point in time posted. It's no longer up from my understanding. But this video is basically Trisha explaining how to seduce your teachers. Now, Trisha comes out and says, if you're, she tries to like give this disclaimer, like if you're a minor, if you're in high school, like don't use this, don't do this, whatever, you shouldn't be sleeping with your teachers or whatever. I think she says it. It's shown that she says it like once in the video anyways. But come on. But then she starts giving examples and tips on how to seduce your teachers or whatever. But all of her examples, they're not like college scenarios that she's explaining. They're high school scenarios. Like she even talks about how she took extra phys ed or got all of her phys ed done in 1 year because of a teacher, whatever. Like I'm unaware of any college that makes you have like prerequisite or whatever phys ed classes before you graduate. So this is all a high school setting, and the things in which that she suggests. I mean, I don't know if they would work, but they sound like if the teacher was scummy enough, they sound like things that might actually work. So taking that into consideration, this isn't like we've all read these stupid like Cosmo or teen articles or whatever, like, how to win over a guy or how to seduce, your crush or some shit like that. And a lot of their suggestions are just kind of dumb. Like you don't see that really working. But listening to the things that Trish is saying, I could see them working if the teacher is shitty enough. And let's face it, I would say that there's probably, if like most school districts have maybe one teacher who's shitty enough in districts, not schools, most school districts. Okay, I want to clarify that. So considering all of that, here's the one little thing I guess critique, a comment I could make on Miss Serious's video is that I think that she failed to call it what it is. And this is almost like grooming. And I don't like to use that word. I use that word. It's definitely not something I use lightly or flippantly. But I don't know what else to really describe. I mean, the description kind of fits. I don't know when exactly this video was made by Trisha. But she's clearly an adult. Like she's clearly over the age of 18. And it was made sometime in her 20s, I would say, easily. I would say maybe even 25, around there. Okay, so we're not like just barely an adult here. And she's explaining scenarios that only happen in high school, that are not college scenarios. So you can't describe it as anything else. She is telling high schoolers how to be sexy, how to be of interest, how to be attractive, how to dupe, or not dupe. I don't want to use the word dupe because they wouldn't be dupe because we're talking a minor with an adult. The adult would clearly be a fault, but she's telling minors how to tempt. Okay, I think I feel comfortable saying that. How to tempt people, or how to make themselves look more tempting to potential predators. She's telling them how to become better prey, basically. That is exactly what it is. That's the description I've been looking for. She is telling minors how to become better prey. How is that not grooming? And don't get me wrong, Mysterious, I think she would, chances are she would probably agree. So I'm not giving her any shit. But as I was listening to her video, I'm like, I kind of expected her to maybe say, I don't know, maybe she didn't think it, maybe whatever. Maybe I'm just a fucked up person to think it. I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like there's an opportunity there and it needed to be said. It needs to be said, I think. Oh, who became a member? I see someone became a member. And of course, I must have happened when I wasn't watching. So, all right. It just happened. Okay. Oh, Christy, hey. Oh, you didn't have to become a member. Thank you, Christy. Yeah, okay, Grace K says, people should not be making calls on Katie. Yeah, absolutely. Don't make calls on Katie. Just don't, okay? Because at this point, even, and I hate to say it, even if you're right to make a phone call, at this point, the wolf has been cried, I mean, it's going to come off as nothing short as being a dick. It's going to play into her favor. It's going to make her the martyr she wants to be at this point. I know it sounds stupid, but I mean, unless you have like hard evidence, undeniable evidence that there's been some like crazy illegal shit happening there, or like abuse or whatever, unless you have undeniable evidence, let it go. Just let it go. And why is my chat not moving? Or it could be maybe no one talking. I think it is. I think Katie even said that once before. Now I feel like a dumbass. Okay, so yeah, I'll get back to the Katie thing in a minute. Okay, so yeah, I want to get back to the whole Trisha thing. Now, I'm gonna play part of this video because I want people to hear exactly what I'm referring to when I say this, because I think it's fucking shocking and the fact that this was even up, and like Mysterious points out, at the time Trisha had uploaded this, she had like 1 million subscribers. I mean, that's a lot of freaking people with impressionable minds who saw this. And I mean, like, I think back to when I was in high school, and like we didn't really have like a whole lot of like hot teachers or whatever in high school. Like I didn't really have any crushes like that in high school. There's one hot teacher, but I didn't have a crush on him. He was just kind of hot, But there are other people who I had a crush on. So I would have applied to who I shouldn't have been having, well, who were definitely too old for me. Okay. And but I would have applied these things in some way. I'm probably at them. So I mean, I get it. We can't be responsible for the things that other people do. But when you have a platform and you have people who are tuning in and subscribing to hear what you have to say on a lot of matters, on a lot of things, you have a lot of people doing that even, then you do have a responsibility as for the information that you part with, that you give to them. You have a responsibility that it not be intentionally harmful or knowingly harmful, that it not even be possibly harmful if you can help it, that it be accurate, that it not be harmful, period. I mean, and when you ignore that, then I think it's pretty messed up. So let me go back to where's it? New info. All right. All right, here we go. Share audio. Let me get back here. And mysterious, because Trisha talks about her just start at the beginning. I didn't know that. Okay. Mysterious talks. Now I'm getting confused. Mysterious censored parts of this video where Trisha says names of teachers and stuff like that. So that was awesome, I think. So, I mean, not a lot of people would think to do that. I would like to think I would, hopefully, in that situation, because there were others kind of similar situations where I had, but I don't know. Not a lot of people would. So, okay, awesome. Thank you. All right. Wait, you
14. And the title of it is How You Seduce Your Teachers. And this video was up for a very, very, very short period of time because it created a very big uproar in Pecatonica. And basically Trisha's fans were pissed off about this video. And shortly after, they started contacting the school and everything else. And shortly after, she took this. Can you hear it now?
Always a little seductress back in the day. Is that a little too much cleave? A little too much cleave? Is there ever too much cleave for YouTube? Yes. But how to seduce your teacher. So back in the day, I had crushes on all.
You can all hear it? Okay. I'm going to start it over. All right, just listen. I'm going to play the whole video. It's like a 6-minute video, okay?
All right, and you guys could all hear her video? Why not? Might as well ask for her for a second. You can. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, you guys?
But today I want to talk about how to seduce your teacher. So I was always a little seductress back in the day. Is that a little too much cleave? A little too much cleave? Is there ever too much cleave for YouTube? Yes. But how to seduce your teacher. So back in the day, I had crushes on all my teachers. Sent me from 4th grade. My 4th grade teacher, Mr. I was in love with. He was a hippie with a ponytail and earring. And I passed that one time and he carried me to the nurse's office after we had our hepatitis B shots. Sexual. And I think he felt the heat too. I totally get it. And then we moved on. My next crush was, I want to say, freshman year, Mr. Byron High School. He was the English teacher, but also the gym teacher and wrestling coach. And we had heart rate monitors. And I always was like, I don't know how to get my heart rate monitor on. Could you help me, Mr. Hot, premature gray, but sexy, fit, tight little body. Then I moved schools to Pecatonica High School, where it was my ultimate teacher crush, Mr. who was my sophomore biology teacher, and oh my God, his glasses and his muscles and his talking, and I would always go see him on my breaks, or I'd always get out of class and be like, I have to go see Mr. left my book in his room, and the seduction just started. Now let me just say as a disclaimer that I did not have sex with any of my teachers till after I was out of school and of age, or college rather. I had a college teacher that I had sex with. He was my theater teacher, and it was very easy to seduce him because I had a tight little body, and I was just like, hey.
I am going to stop it for 1 second. So did you hear what she just said right there? I did not do anything with any of my teachers. I'm going to play that just one more time.
I'm going to skip over her commentary, not because I don't think y'all should hear it, but because I think you should all go and hear it. You know what I mean? That's all. It's for no other reason than I think she put so much work into these. I can tell. Okay. I haven't talked to her about them or anything like that, but I can tell that she put a lot of freaking work into these, a lot of time. And I don't want to take any views from her because it really, y'all need to just, you need to kind of just, you need to take it all in. with the series. Okay. And I'm going to put, when I'm done, I'm going to put the links to the entire series and everything in the description here to make it really easy on everyone. But you need to take it all in because it's so good. But I just want to skip ahead a little bit here.
Let me just say as a disclaimer that I did not have sex with any of my teachers. Teacher relationship after school, after graduation, that's a whole other story. You can do what you want. Just, look out for each other's reputations. But yeah, so giggle. I love to giggle. I think I giggled all the way up until, well, literally last week when I was looking at the community colleges. I was like, oh, really? Giggling just always works in general for seducing anyone. Also asking to be tutored. Not necessarily dumbing yourself down, but just needing a little extra help or wondering how I can get a little extra credit. That was my favorite thing today. I just like, is there a way I can just get extra credit? Like maybe help you out after school, set up for the math fair. Little things like that I think is super, super cute. It also doesn't help to have similar interests as the teacher you are interested in. Mr. Was into movies, as was I, so it was really great. We had a kind of a bond over Quentin Tarantino films, but I knew he was a really big fan of like Robert De Niro and like those kind of things, so I would start renting Robert De Niro movies and talking to him about it. Or if there was a movie he would bring up that he really liked, if I haven't seen it, I was like, oh, I haven't seen it. He would like lend me the DVD, so it gave me like an excuse to come see him. He's like, oh, pick up the DVD after school or something like that. Back in my day, you could close the doors, but I think now I'm pretty sure there's an open door thing where like if a teacher and a student are together, the door has to be open, so no hanky-panky there. And I didn't with any of the teachers that I mentioned, just FYI, if they're still teaching. Definitely didn't, definitely wanted to, definitely didn't. So yeah, so find similar interests and just be like you want to learn more. Once I started.
And again, right there, she said definitely wanted to, but definitely didn't. Followers.
Bonding with Mr. I'm gonna do all my projects based around Quentin Tarantino movies. I did a, what do you call it, like a slideshow presentation on amoeba dysentery, amoeba dysentery. I don't know. The disease that Butch's dad died from in Pulp Fiction with the watch and stuff like that. And I got to like incorporate that into my presentation. We also had to pick an exotic or some sort of like foreign animal, and I picked the black mamba because of Kill Bill. And of course he gave me A's on all of those. So that was a score. This was into fitness, so I remember taking 3 gym classes my freshman year. Said I had to get them all out of the way. So just finding that kind of stuff and wanting to learn more is always an A+ in teachers' books. Saying hi every time you see him also helps him remember and like you and sort of give.
Okay, so you see what I mean? Like these examples she's giving, they're examples of scenarios, whatever, or I guess tools or tricks that would really apply to college settings. It's strictly about high school. This is crazy to me. I mean, is it just me? Like, wait, let me just pull this down for a second. Okay, there we go. I mean, like, is it just me? Is it just me? Like, I can't believe this video was ever up, like anywhere on any platform. I think it was up on YouTube. I believe that was the case. That's just nuts. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I hope no teenage girls watch this person. Exactly. See, I don't even want to keep playing it because I don't want people to possibly see it from mine. But I'm going to say that without seeing it, especially the one, I'm going to put the link in the description now, just so it's there now. But this is the stream from Mysterious that I'm playing right now that I've been talking about. Like, even if you don't watch the whole series that she does on Trisha Paytas, you should watch this stream. You should just listen, learn the information that she's imparting with you, that Mysterious is imparting with you, because that alone is just crazy to me. Mysterious stream. Okay. Because, and I get it. Like, Trisha was probably or I don't know for a fact, but benefit of the doubt here. Let's say Trisha was young when she made this video and uploaded it. Okay, what is she? She's like in her 30s now, I think, or something like that. So let's just say it was 10 years ago. Okay, I have no idea. That's so crazy. I'm sorry. That's so freaking crazy to me. I mean, because you know better by then. You know, I mean, oh my God, this is crazy. So let's say she was 23 when she uploaded it. You know better by then. You know better by 23. And clearly Trisha had already been in college by the time, because she is talking about college, but when she's in this video. So she's at least like, I would say in her 20s, possibly even like closer to her 30s. I don't know. She looks like she could be young 20s or late 20s. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. The do-good letters. That's why, like I have had no desire to learn more about Trisha. I just haven't, like, I have not had no ill feelings. I just haven't thought much about her, and I had no really desire to think more about her. Just, it was indifference, but it was not indifference from a bad place, just the kind of indifference where you just kind of like how you feel about most people, That's all it was. But I don't know, watching the series from Mysterious, and I had only seen like part of part 1, and I see most of part 2 by the time I watched this stream. Okay. And like I started to watch it last night before bed, but it wasn't until today that I listened to the whole stream today, like from beginning to end. I listened to Mysterious' stream. I was at work, so I got to hear it all. It wasn't until then that I started to really form an opinion on Trisha, because like even with the series that she did, like part 1 and part 2, even that's, I don't even think those were really painting Trisha in that bad of a light. Like she's much like with Katie. She's like people do with Katie, pointing out the contradictions, the maybe hypocrisy, but mostly the contradictions, and I guess the lies, to be blunt. But she still wasn't saying anything bad about Trisha. She was still, I think, giving her grace and everything. But today in the stream, you kind of stop wanting to give her grace. And I think you could kind of, at least I can sense that from Mysterious, and I don't blame her one bit. How, but still though, Mysterious will still point out to you and say, listen, do not form an opinion off its, watch everything in its entirety, watch everything and present it to you in its entirety, and then form your own opinion. Like, she's still saying that. She's still not condemning Trisha, So you got to give her credit there too. But I'm going to come right out and just call this fucking shit what it is, what I really think it is. It sounds like grooming. Now, maybe Trisha doesn't intend it to be, or didn't intend it to be. I will give her that much grace. But it freaking is now. And I think that if I were in Trisha's shoes, I would want to acknowledge that. I would want to condemn my own words, because anything less than that is just kind of fucked up at this point. I think, I'm sorry, that's my opinion. It's just my opinion. I understand others may not agree with my opinion. That's fine. I won't even argue with you on it. We're all entitled to our own opinion. But and I feel kind of strongly about my opinion. I'm going to leave it at that. Lisa Nichols says, I'm so happy you were talking about this. I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. Well, good. I'm glad people are happy. I hope people don't hate my thoughts on it, but I mean, disagree with me, fine, by all means, and just don't come for me. Oh, you guys, people are on mask mandates? Oh man, that sucks. I hope that's not coming here. I'm just catching up here in chat. See, like Kiki Ray says, the fact that Trisha's mom took her channel down really says a lot. I don't even, this is how little I know about Trisha. I don't really know what you're talking about. I know that I've heard that her mom has a channel, but I don't know much about it. Whoa. Are you serious? Christy says, or Clint Adams says, it's so disgusting that she said in 8th grade, she felt the heat, and so did her teacher. As someone who was abused from 8 to 12, I'm disgusted by her. Nothing about this. So when she said in the clip I just played, when she said that, I felt the heat, I think he did too. She was in 4th grade when I missed it. I didn't even hear that. I don't know if she said it there, or if this was like a fact that she said later on, and I just haven't made the connection. But is that what you're saying? That scenario, that whatever that event happened when she was in 4th grade. Amy, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. All right. Yes, that's when she said it. Wow. So, I mean, so in this video she did, she's explaining to people on how to, okay, in her mind, or how she's wording it is how to seduce your teachers. Okay. When, let's face it, it's how to become better prey. But she's not just explaining this to high schoolers, which is still fucked up. But I think the fact that she's, in her mind, finding it acceptable to explain to 4th graders is just really fucked up. You're afraid of the dentist, not that ass. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad that you don't have fear there. That's good. I'm sorry you're afraid of the dentist, but I join you there. You're not alone. Like, I'm not trying to me too the fear of the dentist, don't get me wrong, but yeah. In fact, people are going to come for me. I get it. But part of me thinks that every dentist must be a little bit of a sadist. Just saying. And now, that's not a bad thing. That could be a good thing, depending on the kind of sadist they are. But I still think it. You saw my thumbnail, Claire. Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you for a thumbnail too. I have a video that I have uploaded to YouTube. I haven't put in all the information or whatever, or put a thumbnail to it. It's just a video of, like, I'm responding to some mean comments, and then I do a little bit of entitlement on Katie. That's all. So I'm not I don't know, any kind of, you have complete and total creative control if you are kind enough to make me one. Yeah, most of my not most, but because I don't like to bother her that much, especially if I'm doing a 3-minute video like a few days in a row or something. I don't want to bother Claire that much. But the really good thumbnails, and I need to go through it. I actually need to give her credit with every thumbnail she that I use of hers. I apologize that I haven't done that thus far. I'll correct it, and I will do it going forward. But after tonight, if you go back and look at my thumbnails, you'll see which ones she did, and you'll see that the really good ones are done by her. So. What? Did I hit the right person, right? Oh shit, who did I just hide? Oh no, okay, I got, oh wait, shit. Oh yeah, I did it. Okay. So they're still trying to comment and see this whole moderation stuff, like my mods are awesome, but I don't know the first thing about moderating a chat either. So, like, whenever I do something successfully, I'm always surprising myself. And I just did something. Marcella's thirsty. Yeah, exactly. I hit him though. Oh, wow. I never thought of that before, but I love how that name looks. Colleen with a K. My sister's name is Colleen, but it's spelled with a C, But I really like how it looks with a K. Huh. It's good I don't mod, because I would block so many assholes. Oh, believe me, my moderators want to. And I think maybe it's tough to be a moderator for me. So I give them a lot of credit, because I don't like to block people. I think Marcel just wanted to follow Clarice Bear's rule to put a phone number in chat so they can vote 69. Yep. Okay, so all right, so all right. Well, while we're doing a vote, well, you mentioned vote. I think that's a good idea. So my I guess my conclusion that Trisha's video can definitively and accurately be called grooming. If that's something you agree with or you think that is pretty accurate, type 1. If you think, that's kind of stretching it and kind of pushing it a little bit, not quite, put 2, because I'm curious. Well, I almost wonder though. I don't know. Yeah. No problem. I like having control. Okay, cool. Thank you. I thought it was getting porn. Yeah, no. No. This poll is, yeah. All right, cool. So, and see, I thought that maybe, if in a poll like that, if I kind of was like leaning more towards 2, I might not want to reveal that, because it's not an anonymous vote. So I probably sit out on the vote. I just probably wouldn't even vote at all. So the fact that I'm seeing so many people, voting and putting 1, so that gives me a good idea. I gotta grab something real quick. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay. The chair is leather and I'm wearing shorts. I don't like to sit like skin and leather. Ugh, I don't like it. So I had to grab a blanket. All right, so, all right. Like I said, I'm going to put links to the whole series, and I will definitely show which link is for the video, for the stream in which I'm highlighting here and focusing on. Because I first of all, I highly suggest everyone watch part 1 and part 2. But definitely at least watch the stream, because to see this video in its entirety, yeah, it just, you need to see it. Oh, shit. Oh, my God, Claire, that's right. I owe you an apology for last night. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Before I could leave, we ended up getting hammered again, and I didn't get home until late. And, oh, my God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And then I woke up today, and I had to go straight to work. And, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, it was crazy how busy we were at work. I couldn't believe it. Like, we had 4 people on, and then like the 2 owners and then the manager still had to come back behind the bar and give us a hand. It was crazy. But I'm so sorry. Christy says, today, thank you for the super chat. She says, today is my 53rd birthday. Please do. Damn it. Thanks for the super chat. Today is my 53rd birthday. Please do the KJ boring voice and tell me happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thanks. So in the new video too, there's a little clip in there where she does that. And I comment on it. So no, I do owe you an apology. Stop. But thank you for being so cool and understanding. Wait, what? Holy shit. Hey, Keemstar. And it's funny too, because in the video I do a little bit of like with the entitlement translator with Katie, there's a part where Keemstar is mentioned. So, he's mentioned a little bit in the video coming out. Hi, Keemstar. Welcome. Oh, you asked him to come here? Oh, okay, cool. I mean, if he wants to come on, I'll drop a link. I mean, I understand if he doesn't. I mean, really, who am I or what is my stream about, really? But welcome. Here, I'll go ahead and drop it anyway, just in case. Here we go. Oh, should I didn't do the Keem? I'll do it again. Okay, there we go. And that time I added you on it, so you can find it and see it easily. I told him that you were questioning if Paytas. Yeah, okay. Yes, potentially. Yeah, please no penis. Oh yeah, I don't know how to do this through Discord. I have no idea. I have Discord, but like because and I have OBS, but for my software version of OBS, there's like a glitch and like nothing works. Although I mean, I could probably try and set it up. Oh, my side. Okay. Wait, I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure what this has to do with Keemstar, but okay. Okay. The video that Trisha had uploaded, Mysterious played a clip of it in her stream from yesterday. So, and I was watching it. And the examples in which Trisha it describes and how to, in the actions in which people can use to try to seduce their teachers. Like she says, like, oh, it shouldn't happen, like, you know, in high school, whatever. But every example she gives is a high school example. Like these aren't examples of any kind of situation that would ever play out in college, that would ever occur in college. It doesn't even have to do with classes from college. It's all high school oriented, all high school related. So, and the thing is that like we're not just talking high school seniors here. We're talking like freshmen, sophomores, juniors, you know. And then there's one example in which she describes, come to find out from my chat here, this was an example that happened with Trisha in 4th grade, allegedly according to Trisha. So we're talking even like junior high here, okay? So basically she's explaining to minors, very impressionable minors too, at these, you know, formative years, how to make themselves appear to become better prey. I mean, for granted, the adult or whatever, the teacher has to be, you know, of the type of person who would do something shitty like this. Okay, fine. Because like if they're not that type, then really it doesn't, and it definitely shouldn't matter what the binder does, because the adult should know better. Exactly. But we all know that not everyone who works in schools is of mature and responsible mind. Okay. I would argue that I would even say that it's a very good argument that in every school district, and not every school, but every school district, there's at least one teacher who is very capable of being that kind of shitbag. So when you have that one teacher in a school district of being that very capable kind of shitbag, you know, looking or presented with these opportunities from people, from young impressionable minors who are making themselves become very easy prey, then you're asking for trouble. It's just going to happen, you know? And that's why I say, and I said too, I'm not saying that Trisha intended this to be this way. I don't think that it was the intent of her video, and she may not even realize it or whatever since then. I don't know. But any way you try to explain it, that's kind of exactly what it is. I mean, and when you have a platform, you have, especially one as large as hers, you have it. I mean, you have the freedom to talk about whatever you want, sure. But you also kind of have a responsibility to talk about whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be imparting wisdom or whatever, or information that's going to give instructions or give information to others on how to put themselves into these dangerous situations. you know, there's a responsibility there. So that's just been kind of my whole thing. I wonder why she used real names. Big yikes. Oh, you mean in Trisha's video? Again, too, I don't know how long ago this video was uploaded by Trisha. And as she's talking about college and like her college experiences with some teachers and stuff. So I want to say, isn't she like 33 years old now or something like that? She's in her early 30s from early to mid 30s. So let's just say she even did it 10 years ago. Okay. When she was like 23, she knew better. She should have known better. You know, just, I don't know. That's just crazy. Okay. Dude, that's crazy. Now, what am I missing here? Because Irish says, I'm in the middle. I see Aaron's perspective, and then I see that Paytas is an entertainer. Yeah, and I get that. I mean, like there's comedians who, you know, who have no skits or whatever that could definitely fall under like some fucked up shit. But I mean, that's presented in a way that it's obvious humor, it's obvious satire, whatever. And it's also like usually at least an effort is made or shown to be made that the audience that it's intended for is kind of specific or even limited, you know. YouTube, a YouTube platform like Trisha's is not the case. Oh no, I wouldn't call her a pedo. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. No, and that's the thing. I mean, it is kind of like grooming, and though I mean, you don't have to. I'm not saying she's grooming people to be her prey or whatever, you know, but it's still, I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, and like I look at it this way. When it comes to those ages of being a minor and being, you know, an adult, like around like say 17, 18, even 19, I think that the mind, or, I don't know, not everything is clear cut. So I can see some errors being made in that sense, like say between a 19 and a 16-year-old, okay? Where a lot of, where even though technically illegal isn't really that big of a deal, maybe, okay? But we're not talking about something like that here. I mean, in this video, she described an event, a scenario in which is alleged to have happened when she was in 4th grade. So she has no problem with like or whatever of other 4th grade. This is the conclusion I make anyways, and I don't think I'm wrong for this. But she's explaining what she did in 4th grade and why it was so hot or whatever, that heat was felt or some shit. So that seems acceptable to her. So why, and she doesn't ever make a point to say, but this isn't for you, you know, or she didn't put 18 and over or whatever on this video either, from what I understand. So yeah, she's explaining to young girls, boys too, maybe, who are still in school on how to become better prey for people in authority, for adults in authority. You know, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. And for granted, this is an older video. And from what I understand, to my knowledge, Trisha has long since taken it down. I believe long since. To my knowledge, she's taken it down, and I believe it's been long since taken down. So there's that. But we all know this is the internet. Everything's forever here. You know, even if you take something down, someone has a copy of it somewhere. It's going to reemerge, and you know, it's probably going to reemerge time and again. And the more it reemerges, the more copies are made. So there's just, it's not like it's going to be something you can, realistically escape over time. It's probably just going to become more and more prevalent. So if I were in her shoes, if I was young and stupid and I did some stupid shit like this, I don't know. I would want to condemn my own words. And believe me, there's been times in my life where I have condemned my own words because time has gone by or whatever. I mean, there's some shit I recall saying when I was 20 years old, about all kinds of different subjects in life where I absolutely condemn the fact that I've said them then. And so it just is, it is what it is. So, yeah, I get like glorifying it, making it cool to an impressionable population. See, if it was just that, like if it was just, talking about hot teachers, okay, that's technically glorifying it. But I mean, we, even as adults, we sit there and we talk, exchange stories or whatever. Oh my God, there's this one teacher who was so hot when I was in school. I mean, technically that could be seen as glorifying it, but I mean, that's life, okay? Like it or not, that's life. But when you start giving out instructions on how to seduce, and these are not my words, those were her words in her video, to seduce. When you start giving out instructions, that's so much more than, that is definitely glorifying it, but it's more than that. I wonder if Ethan dug up the bit. Maybe. I don't know the whole story there. I mean, like I said, these are not YouTubers that I've followed much of. I know that they've had a falling out because, like, you see, like the thumbnails all over YouTube. Pretty much no matter who or what channels you follow, you're recommended is bound to have a thumbnail or two about some drama going on with Ethan and Trisha or Keemstar and whoever else. So I know that she is no longer on the Frenemies podcast anymore. I don't know the whole story there. I mean, I don't know if the falling out was so bad that Ethan could be persuaded into digging up a video like this and releasing it. I mean, I don't know what the whole deal was. But I mean, yeah, it's I'm sure, no doubt it's possible. I almost forgot to unmute myself there. I was wondering if Shane did, maybe. I gathered it part of the research. And I'm guessing MT is Mysterious T. I want to call her Mysterious T, like just habitually, if for no other reason. But I noticed though on her channel just as Mysterious, so I'm guessing she dropped the T. In my opinion, the Frenemies breakup was about money and power decisions. Okay, I mean, I don't doubt it. When was the stream done? Does anyone? Okay, Mysterious, the stream was done yesterday. I'll post the link again in the chat here for you. But the video from Trisha, that's what you're asking about, I believe it was a video, not a stream. But I don't know when exactly that was uploaded. So here, let me make this. Okay, so here's Mysterious. Oh, there's the link, Charla. And that's the one you were asking about. She had a live stream 2 hours ago with more info. Oh, that video was included. Oh, okay. Okay. Because the one I'm sharing from now, it was from Stream Live on September 11, 2021. Oh wow, I didn't even notice all the views she got on that one. Holy shit. That's the stream I was pulling the video from. And like I said, I don't want to share. I don't want to share much of her videos or stream because you really need to watch them. I don't know how to explain it because she does a very good job at presenting the evidence, and I can tell that she worked her ass off on these, so I don't want to I don't want to benefit from the fruits of her labor. You know what I mean? And she should get all the benefits. So, or all the fruits, whatever. Oh, okay, yeah. I know I have a disclaimer and everything, but that should definitely be reiterated, no doubt. Thank you, Stoner Chick. Yeah, this is all my opinion, okay? And I'm not even fully informed on, I'm not fully informed or really even like hugely informed on most situations, let alone this one, for anyone to really rely on my opinion. So whatever you do, do not take my word for anything. The only thing I would want people to take away from this is to consider looking at things maybe a certain way if I'm explaining something. That's all. But even then, you do it from your own perception, from your own way, from your own viewpoint, with the information in which you yourself obtain, and then you form your own opinion. Okay. Always. And no matter what that is, no matter what it is you decide, no matter what it is I decide, my opinion, whatever, don't ever, please, I beg of you, don't ever contact anyone. Don't ever send any hate, any harassment, any abuse, anything out to anyone, no matter how good or bad you may perceive that person to be. No one deserves that shit. Okay. Just no one. That's all there is. Okay. I also do not support the deplatforming of people on YouTube or really on anything. Every site has their terms of service. And if you really feel strongly that terms of service were broken, well, then, act on how you feel or whatever, as far as that goes, and contact terms of service. However, don't do that unless you are sure shit was broken, and then leave it up to the site to take care of it. I don't feel like it's not my job to be the YouTube police, and I don't believe it's anyone else's job to be the YouTube police, but YouTube. So, that's all. I want to stress that, because I've been seeing and hearing a lot lately of, I don't know, maybe a comment or a tweet or something here and there about how this channel needs to be taken down or that channel needs to be taken down. And the thing is that anytime anyone says that, it's all subjective, It is based on only that person's point of view, that person's experience, that person's understanding, and that person's sense of right and wrong and morality. And no one person should ever have that power or control, ever. That's all. Okay. Was it Mr. Two Ducks, Mr. Not? I think. Okay. Agree. Everyone should watch all three. She did a lot of research. Yeah, I can tell. Like, I don't know for sure how much research, just from what I watched, from what I've seen, and having a good idea now of what it entails to put that kind of all that stuff together. She did a ton of research. I have no doubt about that. That is something I will say definitively. Okay. She did a lot of research. She did say we'll be taking them down out of respect for the family. Yeah, I caught that one. I caught that in the stream she did. I watched today, or I listened to today. She was saying how she didn't. And the thing is, I know exactly what she's talking about, because I've thought like that too. Certain things, just never anything quite as big or as serious as we're talking about here. But yeah, because even by covering it, you're adding fuel to the fire. You're keeping the engine going. So if at any point in time you see it start to die down, then yeah, I think people should do their part. So I that's one of the reasons why I like her channel so much, is because she seems to have her sight on what's really important in a lot of ways, especially when it comes to the subjects she covers. And maybe I'm still kind of new to YouTube or whatever, and I'm just used to like channels like Katie or whatever, but it's just I feel like just content creators like that, I don't seem to come along very often on YouTube. So I think that they deserve the credibility or the accreditation when people find them. All right. So, okay, there goes my chat. All right. Yeah, and like Deborah Young says, if you don't like a channel, stay out of it and don't watch. That's what I do. Exactly. But I mean, no, you're right. I agree with you. I don't think if you don't like a channel, that doesn't mean everyone else has to dislike the channel with you, and everyone else has to speak out against the channel. Everyone else has to, write off the channel or whatever. You're absolutely right. And if you find an issue or a problem with a channel and you are another channel or whatever, then I don't see the specific problem, depending on whatever. It's up to you yourself what you decide is an issue for you. But I mean, if you wanted to, I think that every channel, if they see something that deserves in their mind to be discussed, then by all means discuss it. I just don't agree with discussing it and trying to encourage people to take a channel down because you sell something you don't like. But I mean, by all means, discuss it. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're here for. And I mean, no, I don't really think much bad can come from discussing something so long as it's intended to be a discussion and it's not intended to be a tool or a weapon or whatever, but I think everything should be open for discussion. Yeah, don't work at deplatforming. Yeah, exactly. That bothers me. It really does bother me because I mean, and like to my knowledge, I haven't had people call for my deplatforming. So this isn't like I have a dog in this fight or anything. At least I don't think. Knock on wood, not yet. But just not who are any of us to decide who gets to be heard or who are any of us to decide who gets to speak or to be on a platform or to speak to people if people want to listen. If people want to listen, then then who are we to say otherwise? It's up to the platform. But whatever they're comfortable allowing, whatever they're not comfortable allowing, they get to decide. And yeah, that's it. I hate cancel culture. Word. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just and I say this too with full acknowledgement that I have not always felt this way. Like a year and a half ago, maybe, when I first kind of came into this whole like anti-Katie community and whatnot. And it wasn't, I had suggested like, I might have started one. I'm not sure if I started it, but I know I suggested it at the very least, like a petition or whatever to remove Katie's monetization. Like it wasn't even her platform, just like she shouldn't have the right to make money or whatever on YouTube. And this was before I had a channel or whatever. But I mean, I was having a discussion with somebody else in the community in DMs on Twitter that I realized just how ignorant, and it was kind of dickish of me, like really self-righteous and a little bit self-importance of me to think that I should do that. And again, I came to this realization again before I had a channel. So it's not like I had a channel, suddenly saw dollar signs and turned, suddenly changed my mind. No, I changed my mind months before that. But yeah, it was that discussion where I just really kind of, I don't know, I realized just what a dick of me that was. So I say this with full acknowledgement that I was once one of these dicks, so. Just curious, then why do you think Critical K should still have her channel after her harassment of victims? No judgment, just wondering your opinion. See, okay, here's my opinion on Critical K. Assuming that she harassed, like she definitively harassed victims through her YouTube channel, not through some other social media means or whatever, through email, whatever. Assuming that I believe she has, okay, I'm not really arguing that, but just in case because I don't know for a fact, just assuming she has, okay, then yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's something in terms of service about that on YouTube, in which case YouTube, I think, is well within their rights to take her down. And they should probably. But short of that, then, I mean, everyone's, even if you're a dick, I think you should be allowed to have a channel. You should be allowed to have a platform. I mean, you can, there's nothing illegal. There's nothing bad about being a dick. You're just a dick. I mean, if anything, it shows you to be that you're a dick to most people. I think when you being a dick turns into inciting hate speech, inciting and strongly encouraging harassment, cyberbullying, like mass attacks online and everything from people, just that's when I think then you're not using the opportunity or the platform responsibly. You're using it irresponsibly. You're using it as a weapon. You're using it as a tool to cause harm. Again, even that can be subjective as far as what is harmful and what is not. So, like when it comes to something with like YouTube, with the terms of service, it's not just one person sitting behind there forcing his judgment on all of YouTube. I mean, it's a team of people. It's a collective. In which case, I find that has got to be pretty freaking accurate, because it's a collective of all kinds of people, all kinds of theories, all kinds of opinions. So, but yeah, that's my opinion on it. Oh, no peen was exposed. No. No one's even come in or tried to come in here. I don't, there's no one backstage or whatever. And I'm pretty sure my sound's on. I heard it. So I would have heard that alert. Opinions are allowed to change as people have new information, perspectives. I admire that you openly say that your current opinion contradicts your previous opinion. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Upon learning new information, every one of us has had the difference of opinion throughout our lives more than once, time and time again. We all have, and we're going to continue. There's nothing wrong with that. I think what so many, at least in this community and stuff, what so many of us have found really frustrating and annoying is when you look at someone like Katie who fears admitting or appearing to be wrong or admitting that they were wrong so much that they will they will tell their viewers or subscribers that they're wrong or they're liars or they're trolls or they're harassing them when it is pointed out to them. Like they can't just say, yeah, okay, well, I was an idiot back then, or I fucked up, or well, that was before, I really gained enough knowledge to get a good grasp or understanding on the situation at hand. Now that I have this, yeah, oh my God, I totally feel different. Like we all do this. It's when you're so adamant against admitting this or acknowledging this or humbling yourself in regard to this that people get so frustrated, and then when you then attack others who notice this, that's just being an asshole. So, oh, well, you're welcome, Teresa. Thank you for thanking me for taking the time to express. Oh, guys, that's right. Okay, you were asking about critical K. Okay. Thank you for taking the time to express it. Okay. You're welcome. Thank you for asking. I suspect critical case targets / victims went to YouTube, not just the in general YouTube audience. No, I do not know that for a fact. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. And the reason why I believe that she did use her YouTube channel to kind of incite harassment or encourage harassment or to even directly harass herself, is because I'm pretty sure I've seen some clips of it. But I mean, I can't pull them up. I can't recall, word for word. So I don't want to say that definitively, but I believe she had. As a listener, if I was harassed by a content provider, I sure want to keep watching and arguing with them, but that's just me. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I would, but there would be situations in which, yeah, I think I might. I mean, I don't know, sometimes just like, it's kind of like Facebook fighting, I think. Like our local media page on Facebook, there's a lot of a particular mindset that comments in the comment section. And I know this. Now I could sit there and now some people would say, well, why would you want to put yourself through that? Why would you want to open yourself up to it? Why would you want to go do that? And some days, oh, I'm right there with them. But a lot of days, oh no, I'm the opposite. I'm like, no, I feel like Facebook fighting today, So, and I think the same kind of mindset might apply to people who argue with content creators. I think. I'm not sure, but so, but I mean, I don't know. But then again, yeah, being harassed, that's something different. Like, I've seen some channels kind of call out viewers, and there's a stream in my past too where I recall I didn't really mean to, I didn't think about it, but I did I brought attention to some people, and I feel like shit about that, and I've learned from that. That's not something I'm going to do again. Especially not in the way in which I did it in that stream. But like I said, though, that didn't really occur to me until like I was right there in the moment. I'm like, wait, fuck, what am I doing? This is nuts, and then I won't do it again. But I've seen other channels and stuff who go out of their way, who will verbally call out viewers and start kind of coming at them. And I don't agree with that, because no viewer owes you any loyalty. I mean, they don't. They can watch you. They can hate to watch you. They can send whoever they want in your streams. That's just the beauty of it. I mean, you have to expect these things to be on YouTube, I think. And like, no viewer owes you anything. They don't even owe you their view. So. Oh, the chicken. Only watched a few of her. Frankly, the cluck cluck chicken finished me. I know. Oh God, that's funny. I did one translator video on her. I don't remember which one it was, but I put in a few scenes of her with the chicken, and one of them, right after I played her, whatever. No, she was yelling out, "You're the chicken. You're a chicken," or whatever. I had to throw in a clip from Married with Children where Al Bundy says, "You're a chicken" to Marcy. That's what every time I heard her talk about the chicken, that's what it reminded me of. It was funny. All right, let me go back and chat here. I think I pretty much got like at least everything I was tagged in. I think I pretty much discussed. Oh, hi, Cindy D. Yeah, I see you. Sorry. I see you now. Yeah, when I'm talking, I don't know. I don't want to keep getting distracted by the chat, because especially if I'm answering a question, I feel like it's kind of rude. Like someone took the time to type out a question and ask me if they want to hear my answer. But if I can't even concentrate enough to give my answer because I'm too busy looking at things other people are saying, I think it's kind of rude. So I feel like it's rude. I don't know. But I realize that might be rude to the rest of the chat, and I apologize. It's a hard balance, I think. Okay, Julie Virgo says, that's true, to be honest. It's not until you take a step back and think about all of it with viewers. I think because we are viewers too, exactly, we can forget that, but great point. In. Yeah, it is. I mean, like, I think YouTube in itself is still kind of in its infancy. So it's not like these are situations that are commonly known among people. So that alone, but even if you've been on here for a while, it's still, everything's still new. It's a learning experience. Have you seen the new channel Mocking Media? It's hilarious, great concept. 1 minute roast vids. They have a vid for KJ Uni, and they made a KJ diss track. I want to say that I have, but I'm not sure. I'll have to pull it back up again. Just found you recently and enjoy your stream so far. Know nothing from before. Okay, great, awesome. I'm thrilled you found me, and I'm glad you like me so far. I hope that continues. I was talking to Christy Z here. I was talking to her earlier at work, and because we were talking about the channel. I'm like, yeah, sure. If I can make money at this, great. If I can make good money at this, really great. But if I can't, then I'm not. I don't know. Like, even if it's something people don't like, I'd rather just at least have respect from people of just not being full of shit than have people like me, I guess. You binge watch Mocking Media for a while. Okay. Oh, Jenna Sweet Tea, who are you talking about? Last year when the SL case was happening, a male creator cussed and was a jerk to me, and I've never subscribed and laughed at him being wrong. I'll never forget that day. Who are you talking about? You're not talking about my glare, are you? No, it's fine if you are. I mean, whatever. I know he rubs some people the wrong way. I get it. And it is what it is. Thank you, Reagan. All right, let me pull that up and check that out because I'm pretty sure I did see something. Mocking Media. So. Damn it. Shh, be quiet. How long has this channel been out for? About. Oh, so they're less than a year old. Okay. Yo, they did a mocking video on Fred Durst. Dude, come on. Am I the only one who likes Fred Durst? Like, I never stopped liking Fred Durst. Am I the weird one here? I'm starting to think I am. I don't know. I'm looking to see who all these people they've covered. Oh, okay. I couldn't think of who that was. All right. I'm gonna play 2 quick videos. And by that, I want to play their very first one. Welcome to Mocking Media. So I don't know. I feel like that might be like an introduction or some insight into what to expect from the channel, I guess. Okay, Mocking Media is great. We showed their video last night. They gave permission. And oh, should I ask for permission first? Is that what I should do? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they're not a big channel. Yeah, I'm looking at the views here. Like the one I was going to play here has only 244 views. It's from like 6 months ago. So they're really small. How many subs do they have? Oh wow, they're only 137 subs. Okay. I don't I just I had the I don't know why I thought it was going to be like something bigger. All right, I'll play the KJ one then. I'm just going to assume that they gave permission to Claire. Then and they have 137 subscribers. I mean, I'm like a nothing channel, but I mean, this can only help get them subs, I think. So hopefully they're not mad, but they are. I get it. Oh, I just noticed my lighting. It looks horrible. All right, so I'm guessing it's this one here, the Todd one. All right, so all right, let me watch that again. Okay. I'm not muted, right? Okay. So I don't understand this. I mean, I see, yeah, there's movie titles and whatnot posted after each one. And I get that there's some sort of algorithm thing either portrayed or actually happening. I'm not understanding what it's saying, what it's telling me though. Concept is a brief summary. Okay, yeah, I got that. Then it pretends to look up movies on Netflix that are all related to that person's BS. Okay, thank you. All right, that's what I didn't get it. That's what I didn't get. Okay. So then, we have for what Todd, we have sweet smell of success, well-groomed, high society, innocent, failure-filled, trash fire, guilty. Okay. All right. Now that I understand it, I want to watch another one because I think it'll be funnier now. Okay, so I'm not muted, so right. All right, so now that I understand it, we'll try Unirock. Oh shit. I I want to watch that again. Okay. G.I. Jane. Trill, Ginger Snaps, Little Man. I like how they do it separately better than when they with the one with Katie, how it was like side by side. I think for someone like me who didn't really know what to expect or know what this channel was doing, that if I had seen it presented in this manner, I think there's a better chance I would have figured it out for myself than the other way. Oh, it's okay. That's why it was presented in one line, because it was just one of them. Okay. Well, still, my opinion, my point still remains. If it had been presented like one and then the other between Todd Chrisley and Katie, I think there. I mean, I maybe I still wouldn't have quite figured it out, but there would have been a higher chance I would have. So. Okay. All right. Here's my question, though. All right. Let me play one more of this, and I'm going to change the subject, but I do want to see a couple more, maybe, or at least one more. What was this one? What? Oh, let's check this one out. What the? Wait a minute. Okay. I get these three. Okay. Double shit, whatever. Kyle, Josh, Uni. Who the fuck is that? Like, what am I missing here? Who is that? Who's the dude in the S&M mask? Yeah, thank you. Kimberly Brady Mountain also wants to know who's bottom right corner. Yes. Oh, yeah. This channel is Mocking Media, correct? I'll put a link to the channel in the chat. Well, when I go back to the channel page, I will. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to sit here until I get an answer. Who is the bottom right? No, that's not Todd. Get out. They said it's just a kink master. Okay. All right. His background noise. I I didn't catch all the writing, so or all the words. So I want to go back here. Like here from the lawyer, dear all bad people, Katie is suing you. Please stop laughing. Sincerely, Bigfoot. All of them had valid points of their bullshit. Josh Duggar makes her wet. Oh no. Just give that dog a bone. Okay. So the one day when this Katie met this Ginger, they were victims and nothing was their fault. All right, that's what I missed. That these two must somehow form a following, and that's how Katie felt. All right, that's funny. I like that. That's funny. All right. I'm going to play this one here, and I understand if this pisses people off or whatever, but I want to know what the hell they're mocking about Fred Durst. I gotta know. If it was. Okay. All right. Tell me what you're gonna do now. Breathe in, now breathe out. Hands up, now hands down. Back up, down. Okay, it's just the lyrics. Okay, old man music. Yo, that ain't right. Wait, am I muted? No, okay, no. That ain't right. Like I still like Limp Bizkit. The Bucket List, a new web series. Oh, Break a Hip. Oh, I didn't see that one. Who? All right. Someone told me they saw them perform recently, and that I guess he came out like acting all old or whatever, but then like he just I was told allegedly that he was still kind of just really active and shit on stage. Like he didn't really seem that old. Like he kind of put on a show about it at first, and then kind of broke out. But I don't know. I haven't seen it. But I mean, they all get old. I mean, it's okay, right? I don't know. I just really like Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst, I guess. Now I'm probably going to get made fun of. I don't care. Okay. There's this one channel. Daryl, I think, is one of the names on it or whatever. Basically, the channel kind of came into fame because these two friends who were friends like during like the 80s or whatever, they had all these home movies of them back then. And so they started uploading them, and that's kind of what they're known for. But they also do the series where they show like aging rock stars. Like, what did it do? Basically, they're asking like, does this, singer, does this rock star like still have it? Is he still a rock star? Does he need to like kind of retire now? Or she rather? That I think is really good. I think how they do it is really good. All right. We all like Limp Bizkit. I don't have to do sexy time. Good talk. Oh, maybe Kyle Curtis's boyfriend. Oh God, I hope that wasn't him. Yeah, Heather, I hear you. I'm kind of sick of her. I mean, see, that's the thing, though. That's the thing with Katie, is that we all get sick of her. Like, whether you're a listener, whether you're a content creator, whether you're just a Twitter user, we all get so freaking sick of her. And again, I'm going to use Suzanne, how not to move to Costa Rica, her explanation of this. We all want to swear anyways, that we're done discussing her. Like, we're so over her. We're over it. We're all just, fuck this. Let's move on to something better. But then she says or does something. And then how Suzanne explains it, then talking about her, it's like vomiting. We don't want to do it. We're miserable while we're doing it, but we know we're not going to feel better until we've done it. There's so like dead balls on accurate and perfect of an explanation of how like so many of us feel about Katie. She's like vomiting at this point. Oh, I'm lucky to get you before bedtime. Why? What do you like after bedtime? Have you heard the song Unirock went down on YouTube? What? No, I haven't. Oh, have you heard the song Unirock went down on YouTube? Okay, I see what you're saying. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. What song? Who did the song? Where can I find the song? It's like a freaking rubberneck freight train of bullshit that you got to watch and can't defer your eyeballs. Yeah, exactly. It is a perfect analogy, and I take zero credit for it. That's all Suzanne's analogy, but goddamn, it's a good analogy. Search title was again Unirock went down in YouTube. All right. Oh, went down on YouTube. That's no way. That's a year ago. Is that right? Is that right? My Beavers unit. You want to know what I do after bedtime, winky face? I gotta say, I'm curious, but I'm also scared. So I'm gonna just leave that one alone. Hey, Belinda. Okay, so is this the one here? Well, there's a few of them, but like, there's by Schrodinger's cat, whatever this. I'm guessing this is just the lyrics though in this second one, which I am kind of curious what the lyrics are. So, you want to? Oh, you're gonna get a copyright claim for playing it, but it's worth it. Yeah, I don't want the claim. I don't. Mostly because the shit and everything, all the other shit I talked about in the stream. Like this is one of those streams where I don't even care about the money or whatever. I care just more that people see it. So I don't. And if it gets a claim, then it's not going to get put in. You know, it's not going to be on anyone's like suggested viewing or anything like that. And that's I don't know. That's what I care about right now for this one. I don't always care about that, but oh, okay. Oh, no, it's the first one. All right. Well, does the second one hit the lyrics? Because I'm wondering, like, just even if I just play it, the second one, so we can see the lyrics, but I just turn the volume off. So that way, we can at least, because we all know the song, right? We all know how the song goes. We can kind of just, read along to it in our heads, Yeah, you can watch it on your own, but all right, I'll check it out then on my own. I'll put a link to it in the description. So I'm gonna have to start taking notes about shit. I want to put links into the description of it because I'm gonna forget. Oh shoot, I was gonna say I wanted to post something else up and I don't remember what. Oh, first of all, I want to do this. That's right. All right, so I want to right, so let me put a link to their channel here. What the fuck? All right, so there's a link to their channel. I was right. I was watching something in here that made me want to look at something. Damn it! What the? I don't remember what I was talking about now. Oh. Yeah, I can't remember. It's gone. It's gone. It has left me. I guess I can go back though. Yeah. Shit. Sorry, I know I'm listening to the stream though a few minutes ago, so I know where I was thinking because it was important. No, I don't remember. Shit. All right. God damn it. I don't think I'm going to get the thought back. Well. All right, I lost that. I don't know. Oh, well, okay. I'm sure it'll come back to me again though in a minute because that's usually how it works. Okay, so what else? There was something else I thought I wanted to share. Or people suggested I share something. Let me see. Let me check the chat here. Why is my chat frozen? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, not really. It's moving kind of slow. God damn it. Let's see. Talked about the whole Trisha Paytas thing. Mysterious series. That cockpit photo. Oh, it had something to do with Katie. That's right. Oh, that's what it was. God damn it. That's right. Okay. My phone just reminded me. So, all right. So here's what I want to know. I read earlier that wait, let me go back to open up another tab. Oh, cool. There it is. Okay, so earlier when I was reading her tweets here, this one right here, please, for the sake of Hila and I, do not harass anyone involved. What is he talking about? Like, what's going on? What did I miss? Because like I know, like I watched the stream and everything today, but I'm not all up to whatever. Who's being harassed? Why? I'm guessing it has something to do maybe with the video since someone commented about it. Okay, right here. Yeah. I'm generally confused and people blaming H3. I was a fan of hers for 10 years, and I'm still able to see the attentions coming from Mysterious's video. People that watched people that watched the vid and realized the severity of her lies. Ethan's jabs are petty, but not why people chose to hate her. So I'm not even, don't go hating anyone because of anything anyone says, like for real. Please don't. I don't know. Her videos literally never mention the subreddits and only use what Trisha has posted. Wait, whose videos? Because the stream I watched of Mysterious, it did mention the subreddit, but even then though but I was under the impression from Mysterious' stream that the subreddit, at least the one in which she was referring to, is largely run by Trisha stans. Like that's my impression. I mean, I really haven't given it much thought either way because I don't really care. But oh, Trisha is putting this on you so she doesn't have to directly respond to the serious allegations in Mysterious's video. All right, okay, I'm getting an idea now. Let me check here in the chat. Why is this tab is taking forever to load properly? Let me refresh. Because I can't, if this tab doesn't work properly, I can't keep up with chat. Okay. All right, now I'm caught up with chat, I think. Live chat. All right, there we go. Now it's not stuck. Trisha doesn't want Moses harassed, and I guess others are trying to save face. Okay. Is this a new CPS call? I don't know. I haven't really talked much about that though yet. It's more or less like the picture that she posted. I was calling attention to. P.S. My hubby said, "Damn, Aaron's eyes are green." He thought they were pretty. Oh, thank you. My eyes really are green. I do have contacts in that they just make them a little bit lighter of a green. My eyes are normally just a little bit darker of a green. But yeah, they're pretty freaking green. Actually, the contacts more than anything actually make the color part look bigger too. I like that. Okay, so that's pretty much Dilla Coleman shared Trisha's Patreon about the hour-long video she made. I don't know who Dylan Coleman is, and I don't know what Patreon video. I'm assuming Dylan Coleman is a YouTuber. Why is this so forward? I can't even lean over. There. Right there, it's a little better. Okay, while I'm here, let's go back to some of these tweets. God damn it. Let me get rid of that. Such a pain in the ass. Okay. Everyone needs to stop. All right. Not photoshopped, it was blurred. Okay, so here's back to the photo I was looking at before. All right, I want to see something here. All right, so oh my God, go away. Wait, all right. Look at this picture here, okay? Right down here, you see how it's propped off here? You know? Now look at the one that I shared a little while ago. Let me pull it up. It's not cut off. I mean, you would think that, the one that did end up getting cropped off would be the edited one, like this one. Why would she post the other picture, but then crop it, but not crop this one? You know what I mean? Like this was, I don't think that this crop happened because of an app, because if it had happened because of an app, then this is the image that would have been cropped and not the other one. So the crop had to have been, in my opinion, I think, would have been done by the user, not like just the way the app applies the edit. So why would then the user crop the other picture, but not this one? I don't it just seems weird to me. I mean, I'm not, it doesn't even, I'm not saying it means anything. It just probably means nothing, whatever. You know, I tend to focus on the mundane, I think, but it just, I don't know, it seems kind of weird to me. I have questions. I'll leave it at that. I just have questions. So, and you know what I mean? Like, maybe, I guess, all right, I guess it can be argued maybe, like if I'm trying to put myself in her shoes. So if I crop this one and not the other one, maybe I would be thinking, oh shit, like the other one's blurry. You can't really see the mess in the background. This one, you can see the mess. All right. So I guess that might be a reason. I don't know. It just still seems weird. Okay. Let me check chat before I go on. I think she edited to give the cop a bigger butt. Do you think the cop really needed a bigger asshole? Oh, you love Fred Durst too, Michelle G. Yay, awesome. Glenda Powell says, no way their cops would let, no way their cops here would let somebody take a pic during a welfare check, not even if you were white, to be honest. They can't really stop it though. I mean, like you're legally allowed, and it's your right to take pictures of police, and if it's in your own home, as you know, like I could see maybe a cop, like, I don't know, like wanting to protect someone's privacy, but if it's that person's privacy, then that person has every right to not protect their privacy if they don't want, you know what I mean? I don't see how a cop can stop it, like legally, especially since, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Kimberly Roddy-Mom brings up a very good point too. Yeah, she did it on the down low. I think she did too. Yeah, especially because it's like the back of the cop, and she's, just showing like the bottom portion. Like the cop obviously didn't see her do it, I think. So, and this picture could have been taken anytime the cops have been at her house. See, that's the thing. And like I said, please do not anyone at all in any way, shape, or form attempt to confirm or deny or whatever any of these things, any of these visits. Please do not do that. But like, and like Irish had brought up earlier, like most like newspapers, whatever, have like a police blotter, it's called, where it'll just show like a list of times and calls where police were, called to, I guess, like whether it be a car accident or whatever, just all kinds of shit. And they will give out addresses, but they won't give out identifying information as, who lives there. Like, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Jones at 123 Main Street, required EMS services because Mr. Jones had a heart attack. They're not going to add all that. They'll just say like 123, like July 12th at 12:47, 123 Main Street EMS. You know what I mean? Like that's it. That's what I'll say. So I know that, most places have like the police blotter. However, beyond that, like even if you can confirm that police were called there, you can't confirm why, I don't think. I mean, I think that there are some, especially in instances or in events or whatever that involve minors, there's some privacy there. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think that I would expect. Nowhere in the biggest newspaper with a date on it. I don't even think it happened, nor do I think that pic is from today, most likely from 2019 when they came out on the dogs being called about. Oh, okay. Matter Extremist says that. That's interesting. Okay. Well, let's check the comments here. Oh, wait. I don't understand why people doubt you. Good grief. Then you don't know Katie. The wasted resources has me on fire. Okay. Imagine a baby with all but one broken arm or broken rib, broken arm, internal injuries, multiple organs died. CPS didn't get an answer when they showed. Never got back. She died. Stop the madness. She's okay. First of all, people have this impression about CPS, like, okay, yeah, it's a waste of their time, and it may be a waste of their resources, but it's not like it's a finite amount of time or resources, and to a degree, like, you're not taking shit away from other people. If a worker goes to a home for what turned out to be no reason, like there's no like, if a worker goes out to a home, they don't want to find a reason to be called there. They don't want the reason or the reported reason to be true. Every CPS worker, I would imagine, hopes for the best case scenario, which is, oh, turns out it was a false alarm, or someone was too worried when they should need not be, or whatever. And every time that happens, it's not like their time there took away from time elsewhere, because they have to go to every call regardless. They will go to every call, so just because they're called, and a lot of their calls, I imagine, turn out to be, fruitless or whatever. But I mean, that's what you want. You want those that need the protection to get the attention. Yes. But you don't want that many people to have to need the attention. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it, but why do you seem to have so much drama all the time? Like, I am seriously asking. I used to follow you because of your reporting and things that were happening, but now it just seems to be drama. Can't argue that. Someone called the cops on me over what happened on last night's stream? Why were they even called? What did I miss about last night's stream? Uh-oh. But they want to tell me they're not harassing you. Why were they even called? Like, what's the reason that they were called? Oh, no, Aussie cops don't think like that. EKC, you'd be on the ground straight up. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, maybe. I'll take your word for that. Yeah, here, though, I mean, like, there's whole organizations and everything that have formed over the right to film or take pictures of cops, while they're on the job. But yeah, look at Windows. Didn't she say it happened after her live stream? Oh yeah, I don't think that she said that's when the cop showed up. She said that that's when the call happened. Depending on the reason for the call, I could see maybe a visit being postponed until the next day. I don't know I don't know any of the information though. Hell, some YouTuber live streamed CPS and cops to move her kid from her home. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so she said V had a meltdown. Wouldn't this be like the second meltdown though that she kind of was on camera for? I mean, I've been probably regularly watching her for at least a year and a half. Maybe just over that, but definitely under 2 years. And I can't really recall any time he's had a meltdown other than the video where T-Spiracy, heightened the audio in some places, which that was like a year ago. And then the one she did recently where she hurried up and got off the live stream. And then this one here, if he was having a meltdown last night, this would be number 3. So I mean, and 2 of them happened like within weeks of each other. It just seems like a lot. I don't know. It seems unusual. Unusual, not in general, but unusual for what her norm or regular has appeared to be. She set this up last night when she put off going to tuck him in. And then today when she tweeted about Trisha Paytas, this was all for sympathy, in my honest opinion. Yeah. He was screaming during her live again, and she got up and shut the door. Yeah, you know, can we just not call that a meltdown then? Because, and I don't want to come off as judgy or whatever, because I don't know what it's like. I don't know what he's like entirely as a child. And I don't know what, if any, challenges he brings them to as parents. But I mean, if he's in bed and he's yelling and screaming because he wants his mom's attention, I don't feel right calling that a meltdown. You know, even a temper tantrum just seems pushing it. Although I'll give that could be, you know, a term used, but I don't know. Meltdown just doesn't seem right. Yeah, kids do have meltdowns. She's not using meltdown though in the way in which I think you're using it here. When she uses meltdown, she's using it strictly in like the sense most people use it when they're talking about like kids with autism. I feel like there's a different definition applied to it there than just, you know, a typical like toddler meltdown, you know what I mean? Or whatever. So that's why I kind of take a little bit of issue with her using that word, like explaining it like that. But again, I don't know for sure. My opinion comes from an awful lot of assumptions. So I want to make that clear. My hubby ate the last of my ice. Oh, my hubby ate the last of my ice cream. I almost had a meltdown until I realized he bought more. Yo, yeah, yep. See, I've never even been an ice cream person until like maybe past 6 months or so, like past year, we'll say, since my mid 40s, we'll say. I mean, have you been an ice cream person before? Or I don't know. It's weird, but like, I can't get enough of ice cream lately. I get that. I just don't think it is for any of us to judge another human being who is having a bad day in his home. Yeah, I'm trying not to cast judgment on her even, you know, but moderate extreme does bring up I don't know, he brings up a good point that I'm not saying she caused this situation, and I'm not saying she causes situations, but she does seem to know exactly how to exploit them when they arise. I don't know. My opinion. Oh, that's right too. I wanted to talk a little bit about the whole Road Hog situation. I'm going to get to that in a minute. So try to remind me. I'll end up forgetting, guys. So when I sit there and say, there's something else I want to talk about, just, you know, type Road Hog for me. Because some interesting things I learned from his live stream, from the one from today. I'm going to go over a couple more tweets though first. Go away. Now, Ethan and Hill are taking a week off from their podcast. Hi, guys. We've decided to take a week off of the podcast. I'm very sorry for everyone who depends and looks forward to the show. We need it now for our mental health. I'm very sorry. We love you guys, and thank you so much for this amazing, vibrant community. We are so grateful. Okay. I mean, no, whatever. maybe I don't understand how and why they're getting any kind of slack or any bullshit for Miss Serious's video, because I mean, at least from even from the parts of the series and everything that I watched, I don't like, nothing was really like, I don't feel like they were even brought into it much, let alone why they would be getting any of the blame. And I'm not saying anyone deserves blame, but I mean, if people wanted to lash out at someone, I don't know why they're being the target. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to make sense of what is going on with Trisha Paytas and Moses right now. Two of his exes claim he stealthed them, meaning he allegedly removed a condom without their consent. Moses almost looks like he used Trisha for what? Kind of disturbed by these texts. Did you watch Mr. T's video? Very informative, and I was always a Trisha fan in the past. Okay, I don't. Whatever. The photo of police in my home is not Photoshop. The deputy was in my home. The CPS case was filed in an adjacent county last night. After my live stream, I have no reason to make this shit up. I blurred the photo so you can't see my son. Here. But why didn't she just crop it like she did the other? That doesn't make sense. I don't see her son in the background, even in the blurred one. Now I'm suspect. I was maybe a little bit suspect before, because let's face it, it's Katie. But really, when it came down to it, like, I had no reason to doubt her. I have no reason to doubt her in this sense. I would like to think too and believe that she's not lying about this. But now that I read this is an obvious bullshit excuse, a bullshit excuse she's giving to something she did. Like, even I came up with a better excuse when I was trying to make sense of it all. So I feel like this is a bold-faced lie. So now I'm wondering, why fucking lie? Why? Now I'm suspect. Now I'm suspect of the whole story she's given, because this little part right here, I feel like she's being incredibly, just 100% dishonest on, and it doesn't make sense. Let me see. No, I didn't know his wife was pregnant. Oh my God. Oh, I'll post something on his channel there congratulating him. But if anyone here is listening or hearing, congratulations, Road Hog and Mrs. Road Hog. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh God, that's so cool. Please repeat your theory. Because what theory? Most often when I see her, I just see someone that is very sad and very lonely. I don't know. Wait. Or I don't know what theory you're talking about, because I feel like I just gave a lot of opinion. So I don't want to. I want to just be sure it's the right one before I repeat it. But I will gladly, happily repeat it. Just let me know what theory it is you're talking about. But okay, yeah. So I mean, it just sounds bullshit though. Now I'm suspect. Girl, I don't know how you deal with these insane stalkers trying to bury you. Like I have said 100 times, I just don't get this hate for you to go this far. Their hate for you is hurting what children? They're out of control and need serious help. See right here. Let's say, for argument's sake, that all that Katie is saying is happening, has happened and is happening. Okay, let's just say she's 100% right. What children is it hurting? Okay, there could be an argument made that maybe there's some harm being caused to her kid. Okay, let's just say, let's just see that argument. Okay, fine. Again, that's child. What children? I don't understand. Whatever you just said about the tweets, I should have said. Okay. Okay, so like, I'm guessing what you mean here about what you're asking me to repeat is like in reference here. The photo of police in my home is not Photoshop. The deputy was in my home. The CPS case was filed in an adjacent county last night after my live stream. I have no reason to make this shit up. I blurred the photo so you can't see my son. Okay, so first let me show you this so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's the original photo, okay? Okay, so here's the original photo, okay? See here, you see where the outline is, where it's cropped or whatever, okay? Or if it's cropped, whatever. You just take note of what's viewable here, okay? And mind you, this is the unedited picture. This is the one that she did not put into an app. She did not apply any filters or anything to it. It's unedited, okay? So now, this is the edited one. This is one with the filter, okay? So you notice all this section right here is included. And it looks like a messy couch. That's what it looks like. So this, if using an app or a filter were to automatically or edit a photo, then I would expect the edited photo to be cropped. If using an app or a filter automatically cropped a photo, then you would expect the edited photo to be cropped, okay? This is the edited photo. It's not cropped. This tells me that if any cropping happened, since it was applied to the unedited photo, then it was most likely user applied and not application applied. So why would she then edit, or why would she then crop the original but not crop this one? Yeah, I would think maybe a messy couch or whatever. Like that would be my reasoning, probably. I don't know. But now she says, so no one can see my son. I don't see, I mean, it looks like maybe there's a lump there or something. It could be a pillow, it could be a dog. It actually kind of looks like a dog, maybe by color down here. I guess sure though, I guess it could be her son. Okay. But if it is, I mean, you can't see him anyways. Like, you can tell through the blurs that there's no face in that picture. I don't know, whatever. It just seems like now it seems like that's kind of a bullshit reason to me. So now I kind of question the whole story. I find the whole thing kind of suspect. Check out Clarissa the Worm's tweet showing how the sheriff's patch doesn't appear to match the ones of her surrounding. That's what I want. Oh, that was my first thought when I looked at this photo. Like, what do the sheriff's uniforms even look like? And again, I thought of this when I was showing the tweet just a minute ago. Where is it? Is it this one? Here it. This one, maybe. Where the hell? She commented again on one of them. God damn it, where is it? Because I just read it. I just freaking read it. Oh, right here. Okay. The photo of police in my home is not Photoshop. The deputy was in my home. The CPS case was filed in an adjacent county last night. From what I know, just from some of my discussions with some people in Minnesota, I'll leave it at that. Where she lives, she's kind of like on or near a county line. So like, and I guess it's like one of those cases, like where I live, okay, my street here is in one school district, where if you go, like, I shit you not, like 3 houses down that way, you're in another school district. From what I understand, where she lives, it's kind of like that on a county line. So I guess like maybe this other county is called, or things are reported to the other county sheriffs when they shouldn't be, when it should be, in a different county sheriffs. So I guess that this is an unexpected confusion, and it's something that happens often. So when she says the CPS case was filed in an adjacent county last night, like, I feel like she's saying this to try to make it sound like it was a nefarious act by reporting it to an adjacent county. But it could have just been like a normal just mistake, like it seems to happen where they live. And it's also too, like you bring up the deputies' colors, that should also, I think, be considered too. I don't want to say what counties, okay, but I mean, if you want it, Annie, I can message you. You might even know which counties, but if not, I can message you the counties, which I'm talking about. But I would just, if you're going to compare patches, whatever, I would look at both the counties for the sheriff's uniforms, because I don't know. Also, too, the way she says this, the CPS case was filed in an adjacent county last night. I almost wonder if, since that's where the CPS case was reported, then I wonder if that county's sheriff is who showed up. But the last time she told a similar story, I guess the wrong sheriff's department, the wrong county sheriffs, reached out to the correct county sheriff, and then the correct county sheriffs are the ones who did the home visit. So, yeah, that still wouldn't seem right. I mean, I think the colors, it would be weird that the colors don't match up. So, KJ sure seemed flustered when someone questioned her story during the live. Also, does anyone remember KJ saying 2 years ago she was on a list so officials knew anti-vaxxers would report her to CPS? I remember her saying, and I think it was on Facebook, she said this. It wasn't for CPS though, but I remember her making the claim that she spoke to her county sheriffs, but it was more so in case like 911 calls were made that would result in her being swatted. This was a while ago though, because I remember this. Yeah, I want to say she and I we talked about this in a thread, in a comment, or in a post thread on Facebook, because I remember her saying something about it, and I remember me replying saying, "Oh my God, I did the same thing when I moved," because like if 2 months before I moved to where I live now, I ended up being like the focus of this really big anti-vax group on Facebook, and for like a week, like all these like posts and shit were made about me and all this talk. So when I moved here, I made the effort with the local police and just saying, listen, this is what I do. Obviously, if you get a call, I know you guys got to do your job. I'm not suggesting otherwise, but please just take into consideration that it could be a swatted thing, and that I have a dog, and I'm going to be really upset if my dog gets shot. So just that. I mean, again, I didn't even care about being swatted. I just don't want my dog shot, and I feared that would happen. So, but we moved here in December of 2017. So it would have been sometime after that she would have made her comment in this post, and then I would have replied. So yeah, but I don't remember anything being said about CPS. I don't know. That would have been weird though, I think, though, too. Because I mean, from my experience with anti-vaxxers, they will go the CPS route or whatever, but you either have to give them either an actual reason to call or a perceived reason to call. You have to give the perception, or they have to be able, they need something in which to paint the picture from, Laura Red showed a pic on her live showing the same office and Todd Chrisley's son laying on the couch about 50. What are you talking about? Was it Sheila? I don't want to turn the light on because then my face looks all weird, but the same officer. Laura Red showed a pic on her live showing the same officer and Todd Chrisley's son laying on the couch about 58 minutes in. So are you like, is Little Red trying to show or suggest or whatever that the picture, because that really does kind of look like Katie's couch in the background, and but is it being suggested that this is Todd Chrisley's picture? Why would the cops be at Todd Chrisley's house? Hey, Claire, what's up? Love you too. Okay. She's in our area. Ours wear bulletproof vests everywhere, entire shift hours. Oh, okay. I would like to think that most cops wear bulletproof vests. I mean, I don't know. I hope so. I'm not sure when she got the pic. Okay, I'm going to have to check out that stream. Oh, no, they showed how easy it is to Photoshop the cop. Okay, all right. I see what you're saying. All right. The pic she only mentioned is on Twitter, too. Think All Things Sassy is the one who made it. She also put him in Paris at the beach, etc. Those Photoshop bunches. Oh my God. I love Twitter sometimes. Of course, mom and dad are flirting. Oh, stop. Just don't walk in on us. Okay. You see, and now I'm starting to sweat. God, not cool. Now you're going to hear the fan in the background. Sorry. But blame the glare. It's his fault. Wait, what are you talking about here? See, Julianne says something, and this is bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm not saying Julianne's bullshit. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the claim Katie made is bullshit. She's always said recently, as June, that they no longer will investigate because they know she's on YouTube. They can't do that. They can't. I mean, they can walk into the investigation expecting that to be the case, expecting there to be nothing and it be a false call or whatever. But they still have to walk into it. They can't just avoid it. Just imagine me came in wearing a mime costume. I do. I imagine that all the time. Strange. It seems that person had access to the original before Katie released the photo unblurred. Well, no, not necessarily. Like the edited picture that she put up, I think you can pretty easily cut out the officer from that. And I mean, it's the background that was edited. It wasn't so much the officer himself that was edited. If anything, that was like hyper focused. But yeah, that would be easy enough to do. Like I suck at Photoshop. Like I'm probably the worst person ever at Photoshop. And I think even I could pull that one off pretty good. And that would be, I could pull that off using the edited picture that she had posted. So unless they used like the clear unedited background in their Photoshops, but from the sounds of it, what I read here, they just Photoshop, they cut out the officer and like stuck him in Paris and shit like that. So also she said it was yesterday night, but the pictures window showed daylight. You're right. From the sounds of it though, that she's saying that, at least this is what I read, what I don't know, concluded from what I read, that the call either happened from last night's stream or happened last night after the stream. But that doesn't mean that that's when the home visit was. Depending on what the call was for. I mean, if it was something like really huge or serious, then yeah, they would have went out there last night. But if it was something that could wait to the next day, then they're going to wait to the next day. So. I got sucked into an open beta of a new for 4 days, and it seems I missed a few things. Like Trisha Paytas, but yeah, you did. You missed a few things. Yeah, except in the first one, Katie dropped the lines on the Leo were not that sharp. Otherwise, I would agree. Okay, I'll have to look and see. I mean, I didn't pay much attention to any patches or whatever, like that, lines or whatever. So, okay. She said she was abusing her son, so why would they wait? Well, it depends on what the abuse is. I mean, if they're saying, like, I just now was watching her live streaming as she was beating the shit out of her kid, yeah, that they're going to go out there for right away. But if it was just, I don't know, something generalized or something like verbal abuse or whatever, or emotional abuse or whatever, yeah, they're going to wait till the next day for that shit. Yeah, even like Annie says here, she said the call, quote unquote call was after the stream, saying she physically and verbally abused her son on camera, but the deputy showed up and again, I think it would depend on what exact abuse allegations. Like if they just say, and I would like to think that the deputies would ask for specifics. Like if someone called up and said, she was just verbally and physically abusing her kid or whatever on camera. I would like to think that the deputies would be like, "What? In what sense? How do you mean? Like give me more information." And depending on the information they gave, like if she just said she gave her kid a spanking, yeah, they're not going to rush out that night, And I'm not saying that that's not abuse. Yes, it is, but it's not. I don't think there's a sense of urgency over spanking as there would be over she was, closed face punching him in the head or you know what I mean? That would be more of a sense of urgency thing, I think. So call after scream, but they show up in a Sweet Home Mail. Amanda says, yeah, I can see that. Like I just explained. I mean, it depends, but I do not think, at least I really hope that the past calls, I really hope that that did not influence them on when they decided to go out to her house. Like, I really hope that upon getting those phone calls, that the department was not sitting there like, oh, well, it's probably bullshit. Yeah, we'll just wait and go tomorrow morning. I really hope that was not the case, because I don't care if they're legally within their right to do that or not. That's just fucked up. That shouldn't be the case if that's the case. That's all. I really hope that didn't influence anything. Yeah, once a report is called in, they have to respond within 24 hours. The serious ones come first, of course. That's what I would think. KJ said that whoever called it in to the wrong county. So there might have been a delay notification to the police due to that. But don't they just have a 1-800 number? I know a lot of CPS. There's not just like a state 1-800 number or anything like that, or even a county 1-800 number. It's usually like an actual office number with an area code for each specific county and everything. And some counties will even have more than one locations. Like they'll split the county up into like regions, even depending on the population or the size or whatever. But yeah, it's always a local number that you have to call. At least in my experience, it has been. And I haven't called or contacted or anything, many of them, but like in my anti-vax days, when we came across some examples of parents commenting in groups denying their kids who have strep throat and bronchitis, denying them so much as Tylenol, denying them antibiotics, or even flat out saying the doctor gave us antibiotics. My husband wants me to give the kid the antibiotics, but I refuse to. I'm lying to everyone. Severe cases like that is when sometimes we would contact, but even then it was never like an emergency contact, it was like we sent an email out. That's what it was. But there's always been a local number that you would call if it was something serious. So I was gonna say something else now too. I forgot what. Well, if they call the wrong county, then it couldn't be the call. The call knows where she lives. That's a good point. She lives when they dox her all the time. I know that we're, like I said before, she lives on like a county, near a county line, not on it, but I guess near a county line. So there is like confusion sometimes over which county services her, immediate area. But regardless, the cult would know. You know what I mean? I've never called. I've never had to call, or it felt like I had to call. But if I did, I think I would know which one is the right one to call. So, and I'm one of the cult members. So, good point. So whoever made this call, if they called the wrong county, then they're not in the cult. I would think. It's my conclusion. Just, I'm right there with you. I just saw a clip of Katie telling her county name. Okay. Oh, it's hard to tag Annie? Yeah. Yeah, how do you tag that? Like, here, let me see. Sorry, I know that was loud. My bad. Sorry. All right, so AW at W. Yeah, it doesn't even come up. How? Dude, I mean, like, I can, wait, let me pull up emojis. All right. Where's that sign? There it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to do the W and then the red symbol. And then she comes up. The drop menu will show her. See? Because hey, I just click her and hi. See? I tagged her. My matter experience seemed to me was hey, Trisha Paytas had cops show up. That's probably going to trend. How can I get in on the attention sort of thing? But I could be wrong. Just my opinion. I think that's very plausible. Not just possible, but I think that's plausible. That's, oh my God. That's, I wanted to mention that. Without WOACB versus WOACB, the channel, the newer channel on YouTube here. I just watched today their video about her hair, about all the stories she gave about her hair, about how it fell out and whatever. You gotta, like, even like I remember watching many of those clips, like most of them, some of them anyways, as they happened. And even it would take me forever to find them out, to remember where they were, to find them, to sit through, how many, I don't know, maybe incorrect streams or whatever before I realized shit, it's not in this one, but it's around this time frame. I know it, you know what I mean? Because I can tell by the hairdo she has, whatever. And especially since, like, even if you could recall like what she was wearing, she wears a lot of shit like over and over and over again. I do it too, so I'm not judging, but. So if you're trying to remember it, just pulling up clips of where she's wearing like her Snoopy shirt, you could be sitting there forever, So even if you have that good of a recollection, it's still going to be an effort. It's still going to be time consuming. The fact that they do this and they've done this, it's wow, dude. Like I give them so much credit, so freaking much credit. Oh, I was commenting to Annie's comment here. Without a crystal ball versus without a crystal ball. I tried to do some mashups on Twitter, but so frustrating to remember her saying stuff to struggle to wade through all of her footage to find it. Exactly that. Oh, you use copy and paste? Yeah, I guess that would work too. Dang it. Tried to make my name easier to tag. by cutting it down from the obnoxiously long one. Sorry. It's the because apparently just I don't know if it's all names. Like here, let me see. Like if I try to tag moderate, what happens if I just do the at and the m? Yeah, if you just do one letter, they don't present you with a drop down menu of options. You have to do apparently 2 letters or 2 characters. You have to type it in for them before they provide the drop down. So, and since your second character is an emoji and it's not just a letter right there on the keyboard, like the only keyboard I can think of where I can quickly and easily pull up the emojis is on mobile, and I don't really think you can tag on mobile. I don't think YouTube has quite offered that yet. Like here, I'm on the iMac. The only way I can get the emoji list to pull up is if I hit what's that? Control Command Space, and I have to wait, and boom, there it is. So, which I mean, yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but it's not as quick and easy. So of course it's a pain in the ass. So now, I'm a boomer, so when it comes to that, I don't like to wait for shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, her gosh dang Snoop shirt. Yes. She wears it all the freaking time. By the way, any catch her saying wasn't wearing makeup today when obviously was. She did not. No. Don't wear, but obviously had her eyebrows on. Oh my god. I think we've all seen her without makeup. I'm reminded of an interview she did with one of the Duggars' in-laws. Was it Brett was his name or something like that? Someone's brother was a hairstylist from LA. I think we all pretty much recall her face for that one. And I'll just leave that one off. Cheryl asked, has anyone seen proof the CPS was called? No, no one's seen proof. And honestly, for something like that, I don't think that proof will really be given, would even be publicly available. Maybe in the form of a police blotter, but I'm not sure that this would have been something that showed up on a police blotter if it was like they were just accompanying CPS. So. Okay, so I'm going to step away for 1 second. I have to go use the restroom, and then when I come back, I want to talk a little bit about the whole Road Hog situation because I found it interesting today when I was watching a stream. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Just 1 second. Okay, so all right, let me check chat here. Let me let that dry. Oh, I see. Okay, now I see what you're talking about, Iris. Yeah, dude, thanks for that. Why is he? Can I ask, like, why is Keemstar like? I'm guessing it's because of the Trisha Paytas conversation. I'm guessing that's why he came by. So, like, I'm just curious why he is invested in that to the point that he stopped by my channel. I mean, well, I get that you suggested it to him and everything, and you brought him here. I get that, but I have a feeling that it had to do with the whole Trisha thing still, and like, really, who the hell am I? So I'm curious, why is he? It seems like for him to show up here, even with your suggestion, that he would have to be invested into the subject matter, and I'm wondering why. Like, what's the investment there? I don't get it. I mean, maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I mean, is it just like curiosity thing, or I mean, sorry, okay. I think you meant, should we all use a question for Aaron? Okay. Crap, when Aaron just came back on and spoke, I almost had a heart attack here because it was so quiet. I was jumped out of my PJs. Sorry. Okay, all right, I can turn the camera back on now. Just want to fix my lipstick. All right. I want to brush my hair too. Oh, wow, that's a good point. Without a crystal ball, victim's voice says KJ sure was upset when someone in her live asked if it could possibly be the Duggars that called, or I'm guessing like Duggars related, since the JD video the night before she was showing addresses and pics of where JD might be working. Good. That's a good point. That's a real good point. Kareem was he was chilling in Tipster's chat. He was bored, so I asked him to come to my friend's channel. Oh, thank you. I told him your observation regarding the video being seen as grooming. He's a news guy. He met her recently. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, cool. Thanks, Irish. Hopefully he, at least moderately enjoyed what he heard here. But okay. My new video though, there's a little section. I was gonna tag you in it too with timestamp once I have it uploaded. I just don't have it published and finished yet. But there's a little section where he's mentioned. What is green and has no spine? I don't get it. You're eating ice cream? Damn it. I don't have any left. Or, I mean, I know the chat's like a little delayed, but are you going to give us an answer there, Elle? I coughed like right into the microphone. I'm sorry. All right. Oh wait, yeah. Let me get rid of this. I'm gonna look at her Twitter later. I don't Really? Oh, whatever. It's not interesting. It's not holding my interest that much right now. God damn it, though. This lighting, I don't get it. Jesus. Yeah, maybe a little better. I'm bright again, damn it. There we go. Look at that. Someone took your ice cream. Yo, I'd stab it, bitch. I'm just saying. Like, for reals. Fucking take my ice cream. Okay, so. Oh, here comes the dog, too. She's going to have to go out soon. But anyways, let me move on to, like, the last thing I wanted to kind of touch on today. Like, I listened to, let me see which one it was. I like to make sure, I want to make sure I get the right ones, because I know, like, I'll stream, like, all over the place, and so other people will, too, I think. Okay, here we go. So it's this stream. I'm going to put the link here in chat, but I'm also going to put it in the description too when I'm done. So this is the Road Hog stream in which I'm talking about. So here. So it's the one titled Talk Shit, Get Hit. And I didn't listen. Well, I think I did listen to the whole thing, to be honest, because I listened to it when I was cleaning my kitchen after work. So it just kind of stopped playing. And I think that meant it was over. I don't know. But here he's talking about, like, a lot of shit on Twitter. Like, this shit going between him and other people on Twitter or whatever. And yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think he's really wrong here. Like, because this whole thing with him, people giving him shit and everything coming after him, this all started, yeah, for granted, the thing that inspired it is because people didn't agree with something he was talking, or they didn't agree with him talking about something in his live stream. And that's fine. People can disagree. They can express their disagreement. I get that, you know, that everyone has their right and that should be respected or whatever. Where I think this whole thing went off the rails, though, was when people expressing their disagreement, when they did so by calling him an abuser and saying that he abuses his wife and all this other shit, and then insulting him in other ways. That's why I think shit went off the rails, and the shit's been off the rails ever since. But here in the stream, here is it. Let me. Okay, like, people are just seem to be getting way too involved in shit here. So, like, calling another, like, because he shared some tweets here. I want to make sure I pull up the right ones, though. Here we go. I'm not going to show them on the stream or whatever. I'm just going to read them off, though, because I don't want to call attention to people, because these are people who I think are involved, you know, are very much a part of this community. So I don't really want to do that. But okay, gloves are off over what? That he sent someone to get info from you. I gotta see the beginning of that, because okay, someone said he didn't pick anyone. I think they mean pick on. He didn't pick anyone. They picked him, and now they have to own their shit, but they ran ahead like ours. Don't spin this because you're upset. Someone else wrote, he goes on YouTube and comments on tweeters' tweets calling people bitches if they're locked while sitting behind a locked Twitter account. If he's so open and owns what he says, why is he hiding it? I'm thinking maybe he's locked down because like people are accusing him of abusing his wife. I could be wrong, but okay, you're really not addressing the real issue here now because you're letting your okay. No. That's today, so there's a person saying come for me. Okay, so someone even said, I watched his belligerent stream. Still don't know. Like, I get why he was pissed. His YouTube, oh man. If anything, it made people question more. Last I heard Sunday, he was calling out so-and-so on the stream because, you know, every man calls out at tweeters in his YouTube live stream. That's normal. He has a Twitter response where it was here's the thing. I don't agree with calling out, you know, viewers or whatever, okay? This isn't, I mean, unless this is someone who he knows has been in his chat or whatever, this is just someone who he's seen or whatever he's heard of tweeting about him. And that's what he's calling attention to. He doesn't know this person through YouTube. I see how he knows this person. It's not through YouTube. It's through Twitter. And it's through the shit that this person is saying about him on Twitter. That's what he's calling attention to. That's different. That's not the same thing as calling out viewers, okay? I want to clarify that, first of all. And I'm not sure that I would handle this the same way as he's handling it. Okay, so I'm not saying that or whatever. I'm not endorsing it in that sense. But regardless of all of that, okay, he read tweets, and the people he's calling out are the people whose tweets he's read that have insulted his intelligence. They have insulted him based on his geographic location in the United States, have basically have straight out called him an abuser, someone who abuses women, and to be exact, and even accused his wife of being an abuse victim, his abuse victim. Okay, these are serious things to be saying about someone. He's not wrong to be pissed off and to want to call attention to it. I'm not saying I would handle it the same way. I'm not saying I wouldn't either. I think every situation is different. It calls for different responses, whatever. Okay. I'm not judging his response at all. I'm not. But I am saying that you can't expect different when what you dished out was no different. Yes, his language is abrasive. But I mean, if someone spoke to me the way he's talking to people, I wouldn't take offense to that because of my vagina. I would take offense to that as a human being. Okay. So I'm not saying people should be okay with how he talks to them. You do you. You know where your boundaries are. You do you. You represent yourself to the best of your ability, and you have every right to do that. And I support you. I support you doing that. Okay. And you have every right, yes, to speak nasty to other people, but expect nothing but the utmost respect in return. You have every right to do that. But in the same regard, you got to know that you're going to be called a hypocrite. You're going to be called out for that shit. You're going to be called a hypocrite, and rightfully so, in my opinion. Okay. So just because you have a right to do something doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Okay. So having said that, if you were then going to come at someone and accuse them of being some idiot who lives down south or whatever, and who abuses women and his wife, then I don't think you can you hold much credibility to then bitch and complain when shit comes back on you from that as a result, to then act so in an uproar because someone spoke to you ill in return. I don't know. That just seems like kind of bullshit to me. His wife was pregnant to start. Well, yeah, she's pregnant, yeah, but I don't think people knew she was pregnant. So I wouldn't feel right. He's throwing that in there right now. You know what I mean? If after this becomes very wide known information and people then do this, yeah, oh yeah, you got a point. And again, gender shouldn't dictate how you're spoken to, but you're pregnant, you know, I mean, you do. And I'm not saying every pregnant person has to be handled or treated with kid gloves or whatever, but why not do it anyway? You know, I mean, why would you want to cause undue stress and that, you know, in someone's condition? I hate to even use the word condition because it just sounds very sexist to me, but why would you want to cause undue stress to someone who's pregnant, especially in the first few months when, like, most, you know, things happen? Why would you want to do that? You know, even if you have a right to, even if it's, you know, socially acceptable, why would you want to? So. You accused him of abusing his wife. Some people did on Twitter. I don't want to name people out or whatever, but he's done several live streams on it now over the past few days. He calls out every one of them. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, you can find out there. Yes, thank you. Without a crit, thank you, Annie. Personally, find Road Hog. Personally, find Road Hog pretty abrasive. I get that. Yeah, he is kind of abrasive. But in my opinion, at least the one account who repeatedly threatened him, then gaslit the crap out of those who called them out, was way out of line and was no justification for it. Exactly. Oh wait, shoot, that's right. I have fresh class. And also, too, I want to add, and now, if there's something I missed, please fill me in here. But I know there's a lot of talk and uproar about someone's kid or whatever being mentioned and stuff. And there was like a couple of images unknowingly, unwittingly, unintently shown. But it seems like this was then kind of, I'm not saying no one had a right to be upset about it. Sure, yeah, I get that. You know, and I don't think anyone has a right to tell anyone how they should feel about something anyway. So if someone wants to be upset about it, fine. Yeah, I understand and support that. So I'm not talking about that person, okay? But the people, other people who then kind of jumped into the discussion and everything, either on behalf of that person or just for the hell of it, you know, to then use this as an argument, I think, especially in the manner in which, the context in which it all played out. Because someone in chat did say that so-and-so had a son, but actually did so in a clarifying manner. Now, you can disagree with them doing that. I don't think that there's a right or a wrong answer there. But you have to acknowledge that person's intent. That person's intent was not to discuss that person's offspring. That person's intent was just to clarify, to clear up something being said. You know, that's it. So the intent was benign. The intent was harmless. You know, the intent was not ill. So I think to imply otherwise, I think it's dishonest. But yeah, so that, and the whole showing of images, like, that was not intended. You know, and you can disagree with it or whatever, you can argue it, but I get that. And I don't think there's right or wrong, but it wasn't intended. You know, I mean, I don't know, just me. Good people with good intentions do shitty things all the time. Bad people with bad intentions do good things all the time. It's the intent, I think, in my opinion, that matters more than the act itself. Because I know there's a saying or whatever, like the pathway to hell is paved by good intentions or some shit like that. And I don't have much opinion on that, but like, it's the intent. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think that's really what shows, that's what can dictate what the true harm was caused and what the desire of the person causing the harm was, because that, I think, is what kind of feeds to someone's character. But that's just me. And I know it's just my opinion. And I think I overthink everything way too much. So But yeah, because like I talked about this some the other day in my last stream, and I don't think I really quite understood or caught the fullness of it. And I feel like I'm much more caught up to date on it all now. And though I heard Road Hog's part of the stream or whatever, where he was mentioning the stuff about she who shall not be named, her husband, about possibly fucking around or whatever with subs. I heard that, and my first thought was my opinion on it. I thought to myself, but I didn't feel it necessary to comment. I didn't feel it was important enough or that big of a deal for me to just want to or desire, feel obligated to share my opinion on. That's why I didn't share anything until I started seeing all this drama and shit unfold from it. And the only reason why I then offered my opinion is because I then wanted to comment on the other shit that spawned from it. Mostly because I want to say, like, listen, I get why people don't agree, but you can do so without accusing the dude of being a criminal who abused his wife. You know what I mean? That's why I shared my opinion. So, like, I heard, like I was saying, I heard a stream and I had my opinion. I didn't feel necessary to share it, but then I shared it. I don't get where all this other shit, why this has to come from. Obviously, the people who are coming at him in all these other ways, they also don't agree with him wanting to expose what's his face of being unfaithful. I get that. You can do that though without being a dick. You can even be kind of a dick about when you explain how you don't agree without being that much of a dick. You can be like, dude, what are you doing? You schmuck, knock it off. You can share your opinion like that. Be a dick in that way. Just accusing someone of abusing their wife, that just seems a little overkill. No, you can see the pic was on her Twitter account or him. Yeah, it was like in her media. Like it wasn't a profile pic on her Twitter, but it was on her Twitter. It was in her media. So like even when it was on the screen, I guess like the media was clicked on, it scrolled through some images, and it was like one of many on the screen. So what did I miss here? This is Cassandra. Oh, you're talking about Daddy. Okay. I know some shit was said about Daddy, but like I'm reading the comments here, and Megan comments, no, she sure didn't. That person has been attacking her on and off for months now. Say, I don't say who you're talking about, who was attacking her, but if you can tell me like in Twitter, in the messages, because I think I know who you're talking about. I just want to be sure. That's all. From what I think, what they're talking about with Daddy is someone had some not at all nice things to say about her body, I guess. I mean, I know what was said. That's not what I'm guessing about. I'm just wondering the best way to describe it, like body shaming her. That's how I would explain it. No, Road Hog didn't say it. Oh wait, over on chat. I don't know if that's what you're saying. You just wrote Road Hog. I'm assuming I jumped to conclusions there. I think maybe my bad. But that's not who I'm saying said it. Okay, so I'll leave it there. And my dog's whining. She wants to go outside. But yes, as someone on Twitter said some, I think it was on Twitter. I read what was said, and I'm pretty sure it was on Twitter. Yeah, Road Hog defended Daddy, yeah. In Quiz, I want to say he became soft and overly sensitive. That's not the impression I got. I mean, to each their own. I mean, I get that, but that's not the impression I got. And I think the same thing can be said about everyone, but yeah, I see. But either way, I get your point. But I don't think that what he was getting upset from what I seen about being accused of abusing his wife and having that accusation made off of just someone not agreeing with him. I can't really think of a situation that compares equally regarding Katie. But for argument's sake, let's say you're right. Let's say that he's a hypocrite in this way. Let's say that that he's fine with him or other people talking shit like that about Katie, but you say something like that about him, and oh, forget it. Though hypocritical, yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time finding a huge problem with that. And that may be hypocritical of me. I fully admit that. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And call me a hypocrite. You're not wrong. The account that turned Road Hog repeatedly noticed something, like picked words carefully and said crap like the law can't help him or ruin him, don't dox, but will shit in there. So, oh, I didn't even read all that. I gotta read more. All right, my dog's really starting to whine, so I gotta take her out. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this up. Give me a little time though before you go looking in the description for all the shit that I mentioned. I'm gonna put there because it's gonna take me a little time to put it all together. So it'll definitely be there by morning. I'll say that much. I sent a message to you and Amarachi. Okay, thank you, Megan. I'm gonna check that out. Calling out legit abusers puts their victims at risk. Please don't. Yes. Oh my God, Belinda. Yes, 1,000 times to that. And on that, I'm going to end. Okay, I'm coming. And then I'm going to end the stream because that is a damn good point. So, real life. All right, I gotta go. She's whining. But yes, Annie makes a good point there too. So, all right. Good night, guys. I gotta go. I'm coming. Stop.